While the Walt Disney Company would like you to believe that Tiana is the most popular character ever introduced by the studio in its 100-plus-year-old history, the fact remains that despite an attraction based on her next chapter story replacing the beloved Splash Mountain, along with a host of other appearances in Disney's parks, the cancellation of her series after 5 years of development speaks volumes. And now, Tiana's voice tacitly admits what we've all suspected about the popularity of this character for years. Let's talk about a statement provided by Anika Noni Rose, begging fans to support Tiana here on That Park Place. Speaking of somebody who doesn't have a choice, well, actually, Princess Tiana doesn't have a choice. That'd be Anika Noni Rose. We were talking about a couple of days ago, actually, how this Tiana Disney Plus series was canceled on Disney Plus. And we were speculating as to what those reasons might be. If you haven't seen these combination of articles, folks, definitely read them. They are amazing insights into maybe what's going on behind the scenes at the famous Disney Animation Studio. But now we have a response from Tiana herself, that being Anika Noni Rose, the gal who provides both the vocals and singing voice for Tiana herself. I want to go ahead and read this to you because I think it's just fascinating. Last week, an announcement was made regarding the cancellation of the series Tiana. I've been getting loads of messages expressing kindness, support, and overwhelming disappointment. I've also been asked by different outlets to make a statement, but I'd rather talk to you directly. That's pretty direct. You just put out a letter. Okay. I, too, am deeply disappointed that the continuation of Tiana's journey, in series form has been cut short. The series was a long time coming, and a lot of beautiful work was put into it by all the creators involved, including, but not limited to, longtime champion Jen Lee, that be Jennifer Lee, our wonderful writer-director Joyce Sherry, some fabulous animators, and an amazing music team. Only some fabulous animators. As hurtful as it is for anything that you've put your heart and soul into to be prematurely ended, my hope is that when what is now to be a Tiana special event airs, that all of you loving, loyal fans who have been championing not just a series, but a Princess and the Frog sequel, tune in. Okay. First, all right. Let me complete this here. And when I say tune in, I mean tell your friends, family, coworkers, babysitters. Tell all the people that you know who have loved Princess Tiana, Naveen, Lewis, Charlotte, Mama Odie, and the magic that we've created together all of these years. And make sure that you are watching. Show your love and your desire in the numbers. Make that desire an undeniable and real thing. That's interesting right there for multitude of reasons. By the way, if you have to tell everybody to watch Princess and the Frog or watch when this stuff airs, this stuff wasn't popular to begin with. Let's be honest, folks. 15 years ago when this movie actually came out, 16 now, I believe. When it came out, it didn't do that well at the box office. There's been this idea. We'll go, please.
It created the end of hand-drawn animation because they were like, all right, well, let's go back to hand-drawn animation. We'll see if it works. And then it didn't work because this movie bombed. And they were like, okay, we're never doing hand-drawn animation again.
Yeah, but the argument was it wasn't the hand-drawn animation. It was the actual subject matter itself.
Well, yeah, of course it was. It was ridiculous. But look, I agree with this lady because if there's one thing that Disney is lacking lately, it's not enough Tiana.
Yeah, she took over not one, not two, but three shops at Disneyland right there. Okay, and she took over.
I stayed at Port Orleans Riverside. It's like the Tiana Resort now.
It's the Tiana Resort, right? She has a bigger presence at Disney's parks than Star Wars at this point. It's that crazy, folks.
I legitimately think she has more of a presence in the parks right now than Cinderella.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, yeah. Well, look, without Cinderella's castle, of course, right? It's only because that's the icon of Walt Disney World that she might have a bigger presence than Tiana, but not by much. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you guys. I mean, my thoughts are immaterial to this because I loved the movie, but it was not a commercial like runaway hit, as you guys already pointed out. So. I mean, that's where it lands to me. It's like we invested a lot of money into a lot of different things. And again, like almost everything that is associated with DEI, the attraction that Tiana took over was a hand-me-down and it didn't work out. Nobody seems to enjoy that like they did Splash Mountain. I mean, there's 1,000 different reasons why this isn't the popular thing that they want it to be. And again, this is one of those things where they're forcing to make it. Like some of the actors, some of the actors that are shoved in your face like 1,000 times and everybody rejects them and nobody cares. It's this, they're trying to manufacture a star. That's what they've been trying to do with Tiana forever. And I'm a person that loves the movie. But anyway, go ahead. To me, you guys are killing it. So
Tiana has, from what I can tell, there's a meet and greet in the Magic Kingdom. She's in Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The Golden Oak Outpost has been changed to a Tiana-centric, food location. Multiple gift shops, multiple areas of Port Orleans Riverside. You also, there was more. I was just thinking about like something else that she's involved in, but she is literally everywhere. She's and Cinderella, you've got Cinderella Castle, you got Prince Charming's Regal Carousel, and you've got Cinderella's Royal Table. So she officially has more of a presence than Princess Fairy Tale Hall, which Tiana, I believe, is also in. So,
and you also have French Market was converted to Tiana's Palace over there at New Orleans Square at Disneyland. Yep. You also had Ray's Berets take over Briar Patch, right? The Briar Patch store. That used to be the Indian trading post out there of Splash Mountain. And you have Lewis's Critter Club taking over the Winnie the Pooh store right out there, and taking over Splash Mountain, and being the lead figure for their New Year's Eve party that they just had at the Contemporary. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. They forced us to endure this character for so long, and then guess what? They had to cancel her Disney Plus Tiana series because nobody was probably going to be watching there, as was illustrated in their retail exercises. Go ahead, Marvin.
There's a lounge dedicated to her on the Disney Wish. She is prominently featured in one of the Broadway style shows on the Disney Wish. She's everywhere. She probably has more of a presence in Disney right now than Elsa does.
Yes, I think so. And here's the thing.
I would say she is the most present princess that they currently have.
I think she is. And she's talking about Princess and the Frog sequel. Hey, guess what? You ain't never going to get a Princess and the Frog sequel. It's not going to happen. But you know what did get a sequel? You know what's getting, a 3 and a 4? Elsa from Frozen. Yeah, they're getting all the sequels, right? Because guess what? I know this is a very uncomfortable reality for the Walt Disney Company, but the pale skin gal with the white hair, she sells merch, and she moves product, and she moves movies, and she... she was so successful that they created a number of attractions all over the world for her. Organically. She wasn't forced by anybody. There was actually a hunger for that character. Well, maybe they went too far in some places, for sure. But Tiana, she was never that big of a character. So wherever they have, put her and placed her and so forth, I think Disney's own internal statistics reflect that maybe she's not being as supported as they would otherwise want. Until then, we will be continuing to work hard to bring you the most beautiful content that we can. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for every Tiana Tuesday, for every Disney Bound, for one of you who has lifted my heart in this space for years, made it possible for Princess Tiana to be still such a vibrant, impactful presence. And a presence she is. But I like Anika Noni Rose. I really do. I actually saw her receive her Legends Award, which I thought was... maybe a little bit too soon, but still, she performed well in that ceremony and so forth. But this was never going to come to fruition, especially for 5 years in development, multiple creative teams. It's sad that Anika Noni Rose had to be sacrificed in this way, but these things happen.
And she's putting up Jennifer Lee is the problem. Jennifer Lee is the reason why this isn't happening, because Jennifer Lee decided that she needed to DEI hire the entire animation department. And because of that, the animation department is weaker than it has ever been. Yeah, I do agree. This by Long Rua with the 20,000, I believe, Vietnamese dong, if I'm not mistaken. Tokyo Disney Splash Mountain is now safe forever. No, it's not.
Perhaps.
They're going to keep trying. Because imagine, as we pointed out in an article this week,
Sure.
the ideological rot is so deep in Imagineering that they, whether stories matter is still there or not, I believe they are, just under a different department, a different name. Imagineering is so infected with the mind virus that they are not going to stop until that Splash Mountain is gone. But hopefully Japan holds out.
Hopefully Japan does hold out. You know, when the Tiana series was announced in December of 2020, right after the Splash Mountain overhaul was announced, what is it, in the early summer of 2020, you know, it was kind of, these were kind of companion pieces, because I think they said very early on that it was going to be a next chapter story, or it wasn't going to necessarily follow the events of the film Princess and the Frog. And so with this series dropping off, I think a little bit of steam has kind of run out. But Marvin is exactly correct. The risk, I think, is always still present, maybe not as present as it had been in years prior, which is good, because, you know, we don't want to lose Splash Mountain all over the world. We'll see, though.
Well, actually, I would suggest that they're going to keep trying, because it's embarrassing to have a top tier ride still available for people to experience a top tier experience. You know, it's got to be embarrassing for Disney just how terrible this conversion has worked out. First of all, in popularity, if Thunder Mountain weren't closed, and if you know, if Pirates goes down, or if Haunted Mansion has an issue, you know, that's the only time you're going to get people that are willing to wait in a line, or walk through the line, I guess, in this case, to experience what used to be Splash Mountain. It's not a popular attraction, and it's already tearing itself apart, as I predicted. So there's that.
It's terrible. It's awful. They should have never done it. They did it. So there you go. CLIFFLIX'S with the $5. I can testify that Tokyo's Splash Mountain looks 100% brand new in every way. Spectacular. And thank you, Oriental Land Company. Well, thank you, CLIFFLIX'S, for delivering that amazing video showcasing all of that to us here, to parks that, well, we dream about, but maybe necessarily can't visit ourselves. So thank you so much for that.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.